Okay, folks, we got us a 92 Chevrolet truck, or any truck chassis. Could be a Tahoe, it could be a Suburban, it could be a Silverado, it could be an HD truck. These clusters were in just about everything. And what we got today is this display is out. Let me get you over here and I can show you the fact that it is out. So as we apply power to this bad boy, we got nothing in the display area. Everything else appears to function, other than it's very dirty. And we're going to get to work and get it apart and fix it up. Very, very dirty. It's going to be a lot of cleaning on this one. Maybe a little ultrasonic cleaner. The ultrasonic cleaner sometimes works a little overtime on these old clusters. That bad boy is pretty priceless when it comes to cluster repair, because you can get some things cleaned. Sometimes you get some things working that weren't working just by cleaning them. There's clips all the way around this thing. Pretty simple to get it apart. You just gotta get to these clips. Once you got it apart this far, this 9902 version, it just kind of pushes off the pegs, the gauge pegs. There's one wire in here that is connected to a display that if you grab a hold of it, it just pulls right out. Then you got your board, your filthy, filthy board. This generally happens when people leave their windows down in their truck. This was probably some work truck or something. And this. Woo! Yeah, it's a little dirty. I need to go back home and take a shower just after working on this bad boy. Look like Linus. Alternatively, we can take it out and take a air hose to it. That'll help out a little bit, get some more dust off of it. But right now, we just want to show you how to get this fixed. All right, this display. It's got a little tab here, this plastic housing, which just touching it broke off the tab. It's got another one in here and another one over here. And you want to just get those tabs to release. Alright, and then there's pegs going through the back of the board here. This header goes through the back of the board here and through holes and attaches to the board. We're going to go ahead and desolder this one. Sometimes you can get away with just bending the pegs around a little bit and get to the things you need, but for our purposes here today, we're going to go ahead and resolder this bad boy, or desolder this bad boy, and get it where we can see a little better what we're doing. Get my phone switched around here. Get Get you the best view I can of it. Get my eyeglasses on. It helps put a little bit of this on here. These clusters are getting old, so a little flux helps out a lot. And a solder sucker. The video yesterday was like an hour long. I couldn't believe it when I finished it up. I was like, wow, that took an hour. We're going to get this one done a lot faster than that. Your flux helps to like dissipate heat, or actually get the heat on the component that you're needing to get the heat on. This is the correct way to do it. You can bend those things around and get to it, but when you do that, you're putting stress on things you shouldn't. So let's just do it right. Come around to this other side. My pegs are pretty warm. I'll go ahead and release this extra plastic piece as well. It's kind of a spacer. Get it released and then we'll be able to manipulate this a little better than I can right without it. Sometimes you get some adhesion on these and the solder doesn't completely come off. We just keep working it until you get it. Apply a little heat and a little pressure from the back side. Well, this one is cranky. Ooh, and hot. Feels like the middle pins are hanging on. Okay, we're loose. After you get that off of there, you want to clean up your pads good. A little more flux. Go back and forth with your soldering iron. Make sure you see those holes. This one is probably the one that was hanging up. I didn't get all the solder off. Okay. Get your flux off of there, a little alcohol. Swab it up. Get your nasties off. On these many times, as they get older and older, the worse this problem gets. These points here start to crack. These will crack. The solder joints will crack and require reflowing. And you get some weird problems with this cluster if you start getting cracks in that. I'm going to get my little paintbrush and dust off the section underneath that screen because it's just as nasty as the rest of it was. Alright. Get this side cleaned up as well. A little flux ran through there. a little nasty. Touch on the nasty side. Alright. We got some debris in there. Okay. There's that pin that was hanging up. If you get a situation like this, you just want to push that pin back down in there. So just get it evened up with the rest of them. There we go, we're nice and straight. Alright. Problem that we've run into. See if I can get this to focus good. See all those cracks in the solder with through holes from the resistor? That's very typical. We want to solder all of those pins as well because those crack. These are really a pain. The solder, these things get hot. The solder gets hot, gets cold, gets hot, gets cold, gets nasty. I try to get all that off you can. I try to get all of it off I can. A lot of people just reflow them. This stuff is so old and crusty, I want to get it off of there. So, get that off of there. Stand by. Let me get your... We're going to get this finished up here. Sorry, now it's hot. I'm going to reflow these in here. That down, we're going to refill these. These don't get as hot and as nasty as those, so I'm not going to desolder them. I'm just going to reflow on top of the... They just tend to crack. This is the pleasure of filming early in the morning. Everything's going on. People walking in and everything else, so stand by. Alright, back at it. Okay. It's always like a little Rubik's Cube action getting this thing back together, figure out which side was which. Alright, now you want to go back through your holes. Pop it back in place. Seat your thing there. Get it all leveled up. And we can solder our header back in place. If I can find my glasses, I'll leave them all over the place. Always hectic around here. Anytime I plan a vacation, we're leaving Thursday for vacation, so anytime I plan a vacation, all hell breaks loose. Which is a good thing. I stress out that I'm losing out on business while I'm gone. So if I get a bunch done before I leave, it helps me to relax while I'm there. Alrighty. Go ahead and do a little once over with the, make sure we got all our flux off of there. I'm gonna let y'all look at these up close. These are all the headers coming through that need to be reflowed normally. I'm going to take a look at them in a microscope myself and make sure these are good. This guy just wanted his display fixed. Okay. We are doing a little work under the microscope now. And I'm going to show you guys the pins that I'm talking about. So if we drill down here, it's got some some clear milky-ish conformal coating on it. However, if we drill down, let's see, you see the cracking around the pins. Now this one wasn't bad and it wasn't causing anything that, I mean it's there, but it's not causing a problem yet, but it's going to. It's going to cause a problem. And this is the difference between sending it here and sending it someplace else. A lot of people would call it a day at this point and just send you your cluster back fixed and repaired because it is acting right at this point. But you need to look for extra stuff, you know, and you need to fix it to where you're not going to have a problem 6 months in the future. That's the way we look at it. That's the way we handle it. So let's get to it. So before we do that, we got some work to do because that conformal coating has got to come off. So I use a little Dremel with a wire brush. Lightly, I mean lightly, it's just enough to get that coating off. I don't press down hard with this. I just let the brushes hit the pins and not causing any damage here. We're just getting all that nasty stuff out of the way so we can work. You don't have to use a Dremel tool. You can use a wire brush and just get it off that way. I just like the Dremel tool, does a better job. Alright, so all we're going to do, I'm not going to bother putting this back under the microscope because we already know it's cracked and we're going to go over everything anyway. So I'm going to switch to my other tripod here to give you a better look. Hopefully, this tripod I got a lot more articulation, but it's a little bouncy sometimes. But hopefully y'all can see what the hell's going on. So we're going to start off with those two pins that I saw that definitely had a problem, which are here and here. If you get these nice and clean, you can get away without using any additional flux. That's another reason I like the Dremel tool. It's all the crap out of your way. You just want to touch them, and just a little touch of solder on each of them. Freshen them up a bit. Woo! Little warm. I'm always burning my fingers. So a lot of guys, they just do the bare minimum. I tend to do everything I can to make sure I don't get any comebacks. Nothing is absolute and for certain, but I try to do the best I can. I certainly want to show you guys how to do it right. Alright, there you go. It'll take a hell of a lot more time to do it right than it does just to half-ass it. So, let's plug her in and show you how good we are at this stuff. And boom, we have a display nice and bright. And we brought an old one back to life. Oh my God. This must be a good old truck. 400,000 miles. Anyway, I've had some car dealers come in here, ask me to fix the screen. I'm turning it on, it says something like this, 400,000 miles. I say, oh my God, turn it back off. Yeah, scare the shit out of you. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to get it back together, and this one should be good to go. We're going to do a lot of cleaning. Alright, lots of cleaning left to go, and you guys, before you get out of here, like and subscribe. Please do it. It helps me out a lot. It takes me an extra hour or two on these videos sometimes to do it with the processing and the editing and etc. So we've got a lot of extra time involved, and all you got to do is hit a button or two or three. What is it? Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I just use regular glass cleaner on these lenses. I said, you know, when it comes to the extremes, we'll go out and get with the ultrasonic, but there it tends to be a lot of dirt and debris get down inside of here too, so you run your rag through your holes. Try to get the inside. It tends to leave some cracks, but if your fingers are dexterous, and mine are not usually, you can get in there and get that. This thing's even dirty around the plunger hole inside, which is just because it's dirt's been getting through there. Alright. The lens is at least clean enough to see through at this point. Man, this has got a lot on it. I've always wondered what it would be like to put these lenses in just the dishwasher. I think they'd do well. But I've yet to try that little technique. Maybe y'all can try it. Let me know. These gauges are loose. What happens with these air core motors? Woo, look at that. The dust is a-flying. What was I saying? What happens with these air core motors? They have a dampening fluid in them that dries up. And that one is dry as a bone. So is that one. That one ain't much better. That one feels good. That one feels good. This one's dry as a bone too. What happens is you get some bouncing. It's almost impossible to find new air core motors. If you do, they're very expensive. I've seen them up to like $50 a piece. I did hear, this is another piece that you won't get from anybody else. One speedometer shop promoting another one. I did hear that DFW speedometer or AC Speedo and Electric in Dallas has the gun that can lubricate these. A lot of people use the little syringe technique to add the lubricant. I have found that I have no luck with that whatsoever. Can't get enough in there to make any difference. And I just wind up disappointed. Anyway, that was not this guy's complaint. He said everything else was working fine. He just wanted his display fixed. So we're going to leave him alone. This is always tricky getting this back together. Everything has to kind of get, there's not enough wire to work with here to have enough room to move. So you get that sucker in the right spot, you can get it in there. Slide it back together. See if we can get this old truck to run another 400,000 miles. Maybe we get to run another 600,000 miles. We'll have 1,000,000 miles on it. I'm not even sure it's capable of displaying 1,000,000 miles. Well, it is certainly not completely clean. But it is a hell of a lot better than when it showed up. And since I'm sure this is just an old work truck, I'm quite certain he's going to be happy with this without me spending another hour on it and charging him more. Alright, there you go. I'll show you the power up one last time. We're going to put this one on the completed bench, or completed rack. There's your display working. Gauges are all setting to where they're supposed to. Looks like the reset goes as I would plan. Display is working. Checked all his bulbs are good. We're going to call it a day.